Katerina is overjoyed that she has made it through all the events that led to her unhappy ending. Giorgio informed her about the school festival, but Keith seemed a little jealous of the prince and Katerina. After that, Katerina went to meet everyone to prepare for the festival. On the day of the festival, she was very happy and enjoyed it. During an argument between Keith and Mary, Katerina misunderstood that the two had feelings for each other. At a rehearsal for Sophia's play, Nickel used it to show his affection for her. While visiting Maria's confectionery shop, she learns that Maria has joined the magic department. They were worried that after Katerina got married, they wouldn't be able to see each other often, so Raffle invited Katerina to join the magic department so that everyone could still see each other as usual. Once, while Katerina was hanging out with Giorgio and Alan, she met their brothers Jeffrey and Ian, along with their wives Susanna and Selina. Later, Giorgio was also informed of a troubling incident. One of the actresses in Sophia's play was unable to act due to an injury. Everyone suggested Katerina take her place, and she reluctantly agreed. Sophia's play is similar to the story of Cinderella. Maria as Cinderella, Mary and Katerina as the evil stepmother and sister, Giorgio as the prince, Keith as a villager friend of Cinderella. Katerina lost the lines she hid in the hand fan, so she had to act out everything herself. Even so, her acting surprised everyone. Inspired by Katerina's performance, Sophia added a new character to the play, a Black Knight who will have feelings for Katerina. Everyone competed for the role of the Black Knight, but Sophia prioritized the role for her brother. However, Giorgio and Keith became jealous and dueled Nickel after the abduction scene of Katerina in the play. To save the play, Katerina pretends that the fight is part of the character's plan, so that her character can gain the prince's attention. In the end, Sophia's play was a success, and everyone had to thank Katerina for saving the play. That night, on the way to the end of the party, she was suddenly drugged and kidnapped. Giorgio receives a ransom note, and asks him to give up his right to the throne. Meanwhile, Katerina wakes up in a mansion, and learns of her kidnappers. Selina promises to keep Katerina safe. Everything was so comfortable here, Katerina even forgot that she was being kidnapped. Her friends conclude another dark magician is behind the kidnapping. That night, Selina meets Katerina and explains that Ian has always been cold towards her. Selina begins to believe the rumors that he hates her, so she devises a kidnapping to give Ian a chance to become king in hopes of getting his attention. Katerina tells Selina that she shouldn't believe the rumors, and should ask Ian if he loves her. Touched by her kindness, Selina decides to free Katerina, but she is put to sleep by Rufus. He has revealed himself to be the real mastermind. He wants to make Ian, Giorgio, and Katerina disappear, and Selina will be the one to blame for him. Rufus reveals his owner as David Mason. Rufus also recounts his past as a nameless orphan living in the slums, who was later adopted by a kind witch who gave him the name Sora. But his friend was seriously ill, so he went to steal medicine to save his friend, but unfortunately was captured and had to become a slave until he was bought by David Mason. He was surprised and delighted that Katerina not only wasn't afraid of him, but found his life and way of thinking cool. When Rufus learned Mason's plot had been exposed, he went to see Katerina one last time. As it turned out, the maid Lana was the head of the Ministry of Magic, and she had Rufus arrested shortly after. Ian is reunited with Selina, and confesses that he loves her very much, too. Katerina was reunited with her friends. To make Katerina realize his feelings, Giorgio kissed her right in front of everyone. Katerina then still thinks that Giorgio's kiss was just a dream. Meanwhile, her friends had to protect her more tightly to prevent Giorgio from seeing her. Lana is revealed to be Susanna. She is a master of camouflage. Prince Jeffrey loved his brothers very much, even if he cared a little too much. As a child, Alan was often sick, so he was taken care of by his mother, while the others were raised by servants. Because of that, Giorgio became indifferent and cold towards everyone. Meanwhile, Alan becomes insecure and resentful because people often compare him to Giorgio. But thanks to the positive influence of Katerina, she helped mend the relationship between Giorgio and Alan. They also realize their brother Jeffrey's feelings for them. Later, Katerina meets Giorgio again, and he kisses her one more time to prove what happened was not a dream. This makes her realize that Giorgio really loves her. Giorgio invites Katerina to his family's resort for the summer vacation, but what annoys him is that Alan has also invited others. Even knowing Giorgio's feelings, marrying Giorgio means her carefree life will also end. Hearing her concerns, Maria suggested that Katerina join the Ministry of Magic with her. While they were staying in a small house due to the rain, Katerina, Mary, and Sophia told Maria about their childhood, when they first went to the Prince's Inn. They went into the forest to find out if ghosts really existed. After that, Katerina, Mary, Sophia and the other maids had to take shelter in this wooden house to wait for the storm to end. With the help of Katerina and Mary, Sophia was able to overcome her fear of thunder. That night, the children learned that the so-called ghost in the forest is actually Katerina's mother scolding her daughter for always climbing the tree. Back in the present, the girls show Maria a beautiful view of the forest after the rain. Katerina and her friends then watched the fireworks together from the balcony. One day, Katerina and her friends visited the magic department. Once inside, Lana introduces them to a dollhouse that can make any wish come true. When Lana was not there, Katerina accidentally opened the door of the house, causing everyone to be swept inside. Those outside observe the dreams of Alan, Nickel, Sophia, and Jordo as they are birds, cats, fairies, and pirates, respectively. But they all wanted to be with Katerina. Lana said that there is a doll controlling the house from inside. Need to find the doll to be able to rescue everyone. Raffle and Anne then decided to go inside the house to find the doll. As the two split up to search, Anne entered Maria's room and found that she wanted a strong body so that she could beat the dough more easily. Mary wants to take Katerina from Jordo when she has a higher status than him, and Keith wants everyone to switch genders. Finally, Anne finds Katerina, and together they go to find Raffle but find that he doesn't want to leave. When Katerina awakens him, they are faced with the doll again. The doll was eventually defeated by Katerina. When everyone got out, Anne didn't want to tell them about the strange dreams they had in the house. After much thought, Nickel decided to give up on Katerina and agreed to enter into an arranged marriage. Nickel spent several days in contact with the candidates. When he meets a girl named Frey, she admits to him that she doesn't want to be engaged. She came here because her family forced her. While they were walking, Frey revealed that she wanted to work at the Ministry of Magic, because of her admiration for Lana. She then tells him that he should be honest with himself about Katerina, and assumes he still has a chance since she hasn't reciprocated Jorda's feelings even though they are engaged, similar to the advice he had received from Raffle before. That night, Sophia scolds Nickel for trying to enter an arranged marriage, and reveals that their mother was engaged to another man before she met and married their father. That surprised him. On the advice of Raffle and Frey, Nickel will try to spend more time with Katerina. When Katerina talked to Keith, she admitted that she didn't want to marry Jordo. A few days later, Katerina's mother gave her a letter from Keith saying he had run away from home. According to her mother, it was because Keith was tired of always worrying about Katerina. So Katerina vowed to find and apologize to him. At the Ministry of Magic, Katerina received a teddy bear made by Lana for Jeffrey, and it had the ability to locate people. After that, Katerina, Jordo, Maria, Lana and Sora set out to find Keith. In fact, Keith was kidnapped after he came into contact with a woman he knew. Later, he meets his brother Thomas and a mysterious young girl. Everyone in the search party decides to spend the night at an inn. That night, while Katerina and Maria were chatting, Lana was talking to Raffle about the investigation of Keith's disappearance, and they were still hiding the truth about Keith's disappearance from Katerina. The next day, the group resumed their search. Meanwhile, the young woman reveals that she will use him as a test subject for dark magic. Back at the inn, Jordo tried to comfort Katerina, but he was interrupted by Sora. After that, the group split up in a town to search. Sora is grouped with Katerina, and Sora actually has feelings for her. When the group got back together, Maria saw the girl kidnap Keith with her source of dark magic. Lana then informs everyone that Keith has indeed been kidnapped by his own mother due to the influence of dark magic, and that she has given him to someone else. The next day, the group went to a mansion directed by the teddy bear, and they found it unusually heavily guarded. Sora caused an explosion to distract the guards so that everyone could sneak inside. When they entered the mansion, they defeated all the guards. They also saw Thomas in a room. He reveals that he was kicked out of the house by his parents, and that he wanted Keith to die after seeing that he had a better life than him. They then found a secret room where Keith was being held. However, he was engulfed by a great aura of dark magic. Later, thanks to Katerina's affection for him, he was able to break free from the engulfment of dark magic. When Keith woke up, he kissed Katerina in a half-asleep state. A dog created from the source of dark magic, it seems to be very fond of Katerina. She and Jordo also met the young girl, but she quickly disappeared. Finally, the search for Keith is over. The dog was brought home by Katerina to take care of, and it had the ability to slip into her shadow. As for Keith, after regaining consciousness, he confessed his feelings to Katerina. The conversation was interrupted when his friends came to visit him. Susanna informs Jeffrey that the real culprit behind Keith's abduction is a young girl named Sarah. After that, Katerina and her friends finally graduated from the Magic Academy. They had a ball to celebrate their graduation. After the prom, Keith once again confessed his feelings for Katerina. That night, the girls had a slumber party, and everyone talked happily together. While sleeping, Katerina had a dream about Etsuko, and she told her about Fortune Lover Part 2, and new characters will appear. After tending the garden with her friends, Katerina and Maria headed to the Ministry of Magic together. There, they met Cyrus Lanchester and Dewey Percy, which Katerina was shocked to realize. She also saw them in a dream about the game's Part 2. So our heroine still has to continue to face other dark endings waiting for her in front of her eyes. Thank you for watching the whole video. Don't forget to give me one subscription and press the bell button to support me and receive the earliest notification of the video summary of the upcoming anime series.